So I'm in Norway and I'm reading The Poppy War, and I just wanted to record a quick update to tell you guys how it's going because I'm really enjoying it. The one thing I will say about this video is that there is obviously going to be spoilers, so if you haven't read The Poppy War, you don't want to know what's going to happen, don't watch this video. I'm currently 238 pages in. It's really weird because I know this is going to sound weird, but you're going to have to hear me out. If you told me that this book and Babel were written by the same author and I didn't know that it was by the same author, I would have believed you. What I mean by that is the writing style is really, really good. One thing that you have within authors is that a lot of the time writing styles develop and you get to the point where you can't really tell it's the same author, but with this you can categorically tell it's the same author that wrote Babel. Rin is a really awesome character. The side cast, maybe a little bit more could be improved to them. I'd like to see a little bit more with them. I get it. Yes, I'm only about halfway through the first book. I do think it's been very much Rin this, Rin that. Oh yeah, these other characters do exist. Let's name drop them every now and then. However, I was not expecting shamanism or shamanism to be the main magic system or the main idea and the main themes around this book. It's actually really, really good. I love epic fantasy books that make worlds, that have history, that have lore, that have culture, that have context to them, and it makes you feel like this is a real place and you're learning about a real thing. And R.F. Kuang does this really well because she makes you critically think about it, because a lot of what we learn is through Rin and the teachers at the school, but you automatically assume the teachers are right, but they're not. You learn as you go through the book that a lot of these teachers have their own biases, they have their history incorrect, and there is reasons to cover up secrets. So all of the stuff that you just instinctively took as true because it's being taught by a teacher is something that you have to critically think about, which is a really, really amazing thing to read about. Something I was really worried about when reading this book was the time jump, especially during part one, because part one goes over like 2 years, I think, and I was like, okay, maybe this is moving too fast. But then I started getting to part two, and I think it's actually really, really well done because that's the main part of the story. I'm glad that we didn't spend ages in trials because I know this was written and published in like 2018, but I'm sick and tired of trials within fantasy in 2025. So the fact we had the trials done in like 50 pages was so good for me because when I heard the idea of trials, I was like, oh, please don't just be a whole nother book about trials. But anyway, that's how I'm getting on with The Poppy War. Like I said, I'm reading it whilst I'm away. I'm 238 pages in, so I'm nearly halfway. Please don't spoil anything. Let me know in the comments if you guys have read The Poppy War, what you thought of it at this point. Again, no spoilers. I want to reiterate that. Make sure to like, make sure to follow, and happy goddamn reading.